What's up, you guys? It's VPR Thursday. I hope you are ready to rock out with your girl and the one and only DJ FMI. What's going on, partner?
Oh man, last night was mad real. Sunglasses
Mm-hmm.
and Advil.
Advil,
Not
no
the
doubt.
Advil part, you know what I mean? But I'm happy to be here, VPR, just to give you love, light, and energy. Uh, Weekly, we bring these podcasts to you or episodes to you, hoping that it connects with you in your everyday life. So I'm happy to be here, Kiana. How you feeling?
You know, I always feel happy to be here, partner. Definitely every day that I wake up, I feel grateful to have another opportunity. And then on Thursdays, I'm just extra grateful, like, ooh, it's VPR Thursday.
So
Do a
Kiana,
little dancey dance.
Speaking about the dancey dance, uh,
Yeah.
let's get to it.
Okay.
Honestly, I saved all my opinions,
Me
VPR.
too. Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I had to use my best. What would be the best word to just?
Discernment.
Yes, Kiana,
Mm-hmm.
for helping me with that. But
Mm-hmm.
VPR, that slap was heard around the world on
Around the world, baby.
levels, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, Kiana, I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna let you give your take.
Okay. All right. So, my opinion on this, and please remember, everyone, it's all our opinions, right? They've got enough money to wipe their tears with $100 bills. So, at the end of the day, these are celebrities and their lives, how they choose to live it. It's whatever, right? We all have our opinions. My opinion comes in a few forms. It starts with the fact that he was laughing at the joke initially, and he was having a good, hearty laugh.
Yeah,
So, he wasn't offended because if he was offended, he could have not laughed right there. Okay. That's part one. Part two, when he realized that Jada wasn't digging it, right? The same way he was, keep her name on my mouth. He could have done that from his seat without actually even using the F bomb. You know what I mean? He could have done it in a very classy way, like, yo, that's not funny, bro. Leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? And Chris would have done the same thing. Okay, my bad, right? That's two. Three, when he did get the, now I'm angry, Jada should have been like, mm-mm, baby, don't do that. You know what I mean? So this whole thing has become like the protect the black woman. Like, stop. He didn't slap Jada. He didn't physically assault Jada. It was a joke. People get roasted at the Oscars literally every year. Okay, they roasted Judy Dench using that Kim Kardashian statement. You know what I mean? And she didn't win. So they came to her like, oh, you didn't win. We're going to say what Kim K said, work harder. You know, it was a joke. Everybody took it as a joke. I'm sure she didn't find it offensive. Like, damn, she took the fact that I didn't win and, like dug in it because this is what happened. So I feel like at this point, Will felt prompted to do that to show his masculinity and ability to protect his wife and such. And I think that just comes from all of the pressure that's going on within their marriage and, their red tables and all of the situations. A lot of people are referring to Jada, as a whore and this, that, and the third. I think everyone that makes these statements is negating the fact that they both had their affairs, right? Hers came out
they're not affairs.
recently.
We have to call them what they properly are, and what they're properly called nowadays is
Entanglements.
VPR.
Entanglements.
Gotta get it right every time.
So, hey Patrick from Ghana, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. We love to, be heard around the world as well. Because we're coming to you positively. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I feel like it definitely uh was a preponderant of the discriminatory statements and prejudgments that we receive in our community as the angry black man, right? So there was a lot with people watching us that it's like, if we had our own thing and that was our own Oscars, it'd be like, it is what it is.
I just feel like through this whole situation, people are forgetting to look at Chris Rock, right? Not in a negative way, in a way that people get paid to do their job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man's a comedian, and not only is
Mm-hmm.
he a comedian, he's close to Will Smith, from what I've heard.
Right,
And
they were like family from what I remember.
so for you to get up there on that global platform, and you're okay with embarrassing your family, I guess. But he's a comedian, like you both are, and that's my thing. You know what I mean? Just like watching how he reacted after Jada got, she gave him the look.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is your moment that you've worked your whole career for, man.
Right.
I can't tell you what to do at that moment. But
Right.
at the same time, that's not how you want to go out and be remembered, because this will be the stain on his career. You know what I mean? Other than that, he's breezed past the situation at his own detriment as far as people just bashing him online. Like, no man can be woken up every day with memes about 100 people sleeping with their wives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, they opened their bedroom to that also. So
right. And they opened it to the public. And it's unfortunate because I really feel like what happens in a marriage, whatever entanglements, whatever, that should be kept between you. Like, look how Jay-Z and Beyonce, they were almost married before they actually admitted that they were together. Okay. You'd see them all the time. You'd never see them like kissing on each other, but they'd be close. You know what I mean? It was just enough nuance where you were like, I know that they're together, but you don't really have any proof. There was nothing to tell you. And then, you know, you have to figure out through the albums that are made, right, what may or may not have happened, but it's all, again, just assumptions, and it sells more music. They're not coming forth and being like, this is exactly what happened and and naming names, because it's a lot. And when you're already in the public eye, and this is what I don't like about fame, right? There's a very high price to pay for fame, and that's your privacy. And for me, I honor my privacy so much. Like, people don't even know my name. They just call me Purple. You understand? That's how real it is. Right, like, if you know me, you know me. If you know me online, then you know me as Qianathegoddess, and you may know, again, nuances of my life, but you really, really don't, because I hold that with great honor.
And I feel like, you know, just being in the age now, being an actor or being an entertainer in general, like you said, that privacy is good, but the cost of fame. You know what I mean? It comes with the millions, comes with the stress, it comes with the people that just make your life harder. All I'm saying is, let's just remember, at the end of these memes, there are people sitting at the end of that. Like, I'm going past memes now. Like, I'm not engaging in it, because I'm just like, yo, it's one thing for a moment to happen, and it's another thing for you to continue to make that human relive that moment.
Over and over and over and over again. And I think that people don't, unless you're in that predicament and you've done something, like, think about all of the mistakes that you've made in life. And now if they were broadcasted for the internet and everybody just started doing this, you walk down the street and they're like, huh, that's that meme. You know what I mean? And you don't have the money as a celebrity to just be in a limo and go past things. So it's like, I love that you said that about bearing in mind that these are human beings. And that's why even when it comes to celebrity, I'm never like, oh my God, when I meet celebrities, or let's take a picture, because you're a human being just like me. So it's just a respect for, like, your art, your creativity, your craft, whatever you do. Wow, I really respect what you do, or I'm a big fan, or whatever. And that's about it. We don't need to do all of that. And there's the big homie and picture. Who cares? At the end of the day, if you're not in my phone and I'm not texting you like, yo, Nas, blah, 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 and we're not really hanging out, I'm not going to be faking a funk like that. You know, because you're still a human being. And the way I don't want my mistakes to be catapulted on the internet and dragged, or want my children to be hurt or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, we have to bear those things in mind. We're all human beings. And he made a mistake. I think it was a very catastrophic mistake. I think it was, like you said, hurtful toward his friend, Chris Rock. Chris is better than me, bro, because the fact that he turned around and just walked off, I swear to you, I don't want to be an advocate for violence, but at a bare minimum, I would have just kicked him down the steps, and then just went back like, wow, he just slapped the shit out of me on the Oscars, and I just kicked him down the steps. I guess we're even. I won't talk about her anymore, and kept it going, because wow, that's a violation. And you know what I mean?
And on top of that, I watched Chris Rock. He had a show last night, you know what I mean, because he's touring. His tickets are out the roof. It's like $700 to $800 just to get a single ticket. So just skyrocketing ever since that slap. So I'm like, I'll make everyone,
again, wiping your tears with your money. You know what I mean? They're all just going to continue to do just fine.
And everyone's expecting Chris Rock to give his take on what happened, you know, and add it into his show. But he went out there and said, hey, I'm still processing this. Yeah, making a joke of it, but he's like, I had a whole set before this that I wrote prior to that smack, but now we're here, and
things have changed.
Yeah, just seeing him do that,
I
and
can imagine, because as a man too, like I said, it's a violation. You know what I
he
mean? Like
slapped the
your
one
whole family saw that, everybody watched that, and now they make these assumptions about you.
after the fact on the Academy, like the Oscars. I mean, so for me, it's just like, at what point now will we stop dragging them? You know, I don't want people running up in the streets of Chris Rock and say, "Oh, like that ain't cool, man." You know what I
No,
mean?
that's definitely
They're
not cool.
beyond grown. They're grown men. You know what I mean? So it's not Will Smith understands what he's doing. You know what I mean? For me, I've looked at him as a star-studded actor. You know what I mean? Someone I aspire to be if I'm that for him. So, but to see him, bro, I get it. You've been
and musician, like he never even used curses in his raps. You know what I
He
mean? I was
went
always very respectful of that.
He went performed right after, like he was in the club. No, as you should. It's your night to celebrate. They definitely do. They have to definitely look into that, and I don't know if they should strip him of that, but you know, there should be some repercussions. Because honestly,
well, I want to address one of our audience members, Augustine from Argentina. Shout out to him. He said, "What do you think about Rock discriminating to the wife of Will?" I think he means like, you know, being hurtful in his statement or as in his joke. But I think again, these jokes, I don't even know if we don't even know for sure if Chris Rock wrote that joke, right? Who knows if he was writing all of his material for the Oscars? I don't know. We don't know. But these are things that go on at the Oscars. People laugh it off and keep it moving. And if he felt offended, which again, if he felt offended, I don't think his initial response would have been to laugh. Maybe you might say it was a nervous laughter, but it didn't look nervous. It looked like a hearty laugh. And then he turned from that to boiling mad, and that to me is strange.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I think Jada Pinkett, you look fine. I understand you're going through something.
She's beautiful.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? I think you know. I know that opinion doesn't matter, but
right. But she's always been a beautiful woman.
Yeah, for me. So
I don't know what the dichotomy of their relationship is, but I just want to say I wish them both healing.
Yeah.
You know, for them and their entire family.
Definitely. Qiana, I just want to say special shout out to every artist that performed on the VPR sponsor stage last night at Shakers in Staten Island. We had 14 artists. The slots are getting bigger, and you know what I mean. We have some prizes coming up, and it's amazing. So just shout out to all the people that have attended and continue to support VPR. It feels great, Qiana.
I'm so proud of you, partner. Yeah, I know. I know when you're in your element, it just you look so passionate and so at home, and you bring the party. Like you bring the party. I need you to understand that. Like all the people that come out and support, that's definitely just as important. But you bring that flavor and you bring the party, and that's what makes everybody have that vibe. So
yeah,
I love it.
And also just when I'm seeing people that actually have been on VPR and have like interacted with the show, come out to the events, interacting with me personally beyond the screen.
Right, that's awesome.
So thank you to everyone that tuned in to VPR every Thursday. When you pop out to my events, it's all love.
Yeah.
When you see me, I'm going to make sure I embrace you. Tell me who you are. I want to have that conversation with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love the people that watch us and share us. We're so appreciative and grateful to be able to continuously do this and have these conversations, offer our opinion, offer our knowledge in other areas, and bring on these knowledgeable guests of ours, these esteemed guests that can bring you a great deal of knowledge and, tell you about their journeys and such, and hopefully inspire you to do things in your own life and motivate you to continue to do better on a day-by-day basis, because life is all about continuous growth, right?
Yeah. And if you're not taking it day by day and you're not learning and evolving with the times, then honestly, you're going to get the same results. And who wants that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not here for that. But speaking about same results, Qiana, you know what I've been running into a lot out here on my travels? I'm working with a lot of these artists, and I'm still getting questions in 2020 about how do I do this, and how do I go about my business, and how do I get this? What is an ASCAP? Do I need an ASCAP? I'm seeing artists that's releasing music without licensing, and I'm just like, in 2020.
Yeah, I know you just said 2020 a second ago. I said,
yeah, my bad. That's how
it's all good.
The pandemic when they tell me that.
I know, and beyond, like, because that should have been the time, if anything, that you were making yourself knowledgeable. Those things frustrate me because It's as simple as going to Google and figuring out literally what do I need to be a successful music artist. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to get all of your answers right that way. And it is important to talk to people who are esteemed, who have been in the industry, but come to them with questions that cannot be answered on Google, because that's an insult. Okay. Come
Yeah.
to me with a real technical question about evolving your streams or taking your audience that you currently have and really helping, to push merchandise and such and such. Ask questions of value, because it shows that you've been doing your own due diligence and that you take your career seriously. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be a doctor, you're not going to go up to a doctor and be like, hey, can I shadow you for the day? Because I want to be a doctor, but like, I'm trying to get the lowdown. He's going to be like, did you go to medical school? No.
People
I just want to get the information from you because you're a successful doctor. So can't you give me all of the answers? Don't you have that time and all of your successful day to answer all of my basic questions?
And that's where we are, guys. When it comes to anything that you're doing in life, just take some time to do the due diligence. That's what we're having this conversation.
That's it.
About it connects to the artistry for me, because this is the business that I'm in, the music industry, as well as Qiana. And I was bringing that up to just say Meg Thee Stallion still battling with two entities: Rock Nation that she signs to, and the person that invested in her career in the beginning that she's still signed to. And
guys, do you know how long she's signed for? Like, is this continuous or the contract has ended?
No, I think it's like a 4, 5, 6 album deal.
Okay,
so the initial, I don't want to just mess up any of the verbiage, but initially she signed with one of the players for a famous baseball team, and he used his business that he did there just to invest in her. And now Rock Nation, of course, doing the typical, hey, I can get you to the next level, as any big label could, but it comes at a price. We're trying to cut out the first man.
Okay.
With the brand. And
so did they buy out that initial investor, or how did that work?
No, I think she just went on and signed with Rock Nation, and now now
she double dipped.
Yeah, but look at it this way, Qiana. Look at the promotion that Rock Nation has given her. Since Rock Nation, she has gotten Grammy? Well, no, not Grammy. She's gotten awards for best this, that, best female. And
does any of that equate to a return on the initial investment?
For her, for an artist, if you dangle an award in front of their face, hey, if you sign with us, we can get.
I mean, an actual, for the investor, from an investor perspective, her Grammy and et cetera, did that get him his money back with a 10% return?
That's where he's at right now. You know what I mean?
Right. That's where I'd be at.
She's trying to drop mediocre albums, or she's not like trying to promote it just to see if she could drop them to get out of the deal with him initially. So it's just a messy situation all around, and she's still dealing with the Tory Lanez case. And I'm just like, this is a show, a masterclass in what not to do when starting your career early.
That's right. And if you don't know what it's like to sign to an investor, you're going to have to get out of that deal. I mean, it's business 101. So I'm sorry, I can't even, from a business perspective, she's not going to be able to get out of that.
But there's so many artists that go through that. And I think
contract.
Yeah, people don't want to adhere to it. And
don't sign contracts without having a reputable lawyer who's not a lawyer for the label or the entity that's providing you with said contract. Look over the contract, review it, tell you what the good points are, tell you what the bad points are. Often you have to go back to the table for a negotiation. This is actually the art of making deals, is negotiating, not just taking the first thing that's thrown in front of you. I know that you guys are hungry to jump into the industry, but at the end of the day, we do also need you to use common sense. When you're putting pen to paper and signing your name, that is a contract. You must stand by that contract. There's legalities behind it. And I'm going to tell you, you can't just walk away from it because now you're angry.
Yeah. Now that you've made some money where you feel like, all right, I'm all right, but you're still owing. And now you owe to two entities, and this happens way more than you know.
Oh, Drake, yeah. Personally, too, being a former A&R, you know how it goes.
Yeah, and, on my travels, I try to explain these to these artists out here, and, before they put out their music, they don't want to do the proper rollouts anymore. People just put it on Spotify or Instagram and say, hey, it's going to blow up. And I'm just like,
but you're not even, you're losing your rights. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing. You haven't protected yourself. Somebody could steal your song, get it licensed and stuff, and you'll be like, hey, and they'll be like, nope, this is my song.
and
It's
then
copywritten. Here's my publishing.
You want to know how real it is now. You want to find out if you're not the first on your sway. The first thing you can do, all you gotta do is open your Instagram app, open your TikTok app if you use that. You put your record in TikTok or upload, and if it pops up with your name, that's when you know you own it. Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to other artists. I see this all the time. They'll post their version and they'll pop up, and the other artists will get the credit because they purchased the beat, and they legally you just drop it. And I find that just like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
All of these licensing deals for beats, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, look, just because you're jumping the gun, you're gonna post your song to TikTok, and guess what? You're not even gonna get any credit on it. It's going fully to the next artist, and they're getting the stream off that TikTok getting watched. Let's go viral.
And at the end of the day, what does a TikTok stream equate to you business-wise? Because again, this is the music business. It's the music industry. Just like everything is a business. There's education and childcare, business, right? We're building businesses so that we can continue to get to the next level. And you have to catch up with where we are in 2022. You could have 1 million views and 1 million followers and be making no money virtually from what you're doing. And so at the end of the day, you want to be able to take that passion, right? Because we know you have the passion, but monetize it. But it takes an investment in yourself and actually learning the business. We all had to do it, right? There's no short stepping in. There's no getting around it. You can have mentors, you can have direct networking. Yes, you can ask questions, you can learn from a lot of people, but nothing will take away the fact that you're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to invest money in yourself. You're going to have to constantly treat it as a business and treat it as a career and use your money from your job to fund your business so that your business becomes permanent so you can get away from your job. That's it.
It takes some time. And that's
it takes time.
Bullshit.
How badly do you want it?
So, guys, we have lined up for you today Dre Banks. I'm looking forward to hearing, his story. And these artists that come on here, the reason we have them on here, VPR, is because we want to give you a taste of what they're bringing. And when you listen to our Spotify playlist, that gives you a taste of all around the world what different sound. So that's why we're doing it here, VPR. That's why we're sitting here having these showcases. Let's have a blast. Let's sit there and enjoy this good music. I'm always passionate.
Absolutely. And I think Dre Banks is a great artist to have here because he's a perfect example of being an independent artist and really making it work for yourself. Last year he dropped a song with Trina. He's been really, touring all over the place, just dropping music, performing, perfecting his craft, which is so important to do, and working with some of the hottest producers, including Baby Paul. Shout out to Baby Paul. Hey. Shout out to Crossroads. You know what I mean? We love you guys. So it's always great to see the artists that really take this seriously because they're out here winning. They're not just grinding, they're winning. And it's not, I think often people look at the end game, they see the success and they'll be like, wow, how did they do that? You don't know that one thing, that one collaboration, that one song, that one meeting with someone that met, it was a journey, right? All of that took them on a whole path, and they had a lot of different things they had to encounter in that path that got them to that place. And it wasn't short-lived. I mean, sure, we see overnight success happen, but we often see that we don't see them again next year.
Yeah, it doesn't last.
There's no longevity. Bye-bye.
Well, I'll never forget. It was South by Southwest, and I remember online I seen a rapper dressed in a baby diaper.
Right.
It was outlandish. And that rapper became the baby. Now, as you can see, he was walking around South by Southwest in a diaper, rapping around like I'm the baby before he was known skinny, scrawny.
Right.
But it's what made him stand out. You know what I mean? Like from North Carolina or wherever he's from. He made it in that small community. I feel like, it's not as big as the bigger markets like LA or whereas Chicago, whereas New York, to pop this. but North Carolina has made their own stars and made their own way in sound and hip hop. And I thought that's what it takes, standing out the box. You know what I mean? Him putting
That's
himself.
right. How are you different from everybody else? How is your music different? How is your presentation different? How do you stand out?
Key fact is, Qiana, so I'm sitting here and I'm looking, and it's just more bad contracts. I can't get away from it. I can't.
Who else has bad contracts?
Boozy and Young Blue.
Okay,
Young Blue had a good year with that record with Drake. If I ever, that song where he's singing, and he's been grounded for a minute, but he's still signed to Boozy early. And now that he's getting all this, industry clout, he did a song with Drake. Now money's coming in, 10 cars, they're all blue. Boozy's like, hey, you still have to honor this contract. Like, you can't be walking around doing interviews saying, oh, I ain't signed to Boozy, but you were signed to Boozy before. You were cool with that. Now you did this and that. What? I ain't signed to Boozy, and Boozy's going to interviews like, I don't know what he's saying, but I'm gonna have to bring lawyers, and certain business ain't going right where people are trying to cut me out of things. And
and he's right, rightfully so. I take great pride in any businessman and woman that stands on their toes. Now, I don't think it's nice to have bad intentions for artists, right? I don't think that that's nice. At the end of the day, if you have a contract, you had bad intentions, you knew what you were doing, it still is what it is. You still do your money from that contract. But karma will come back to you, because you can't live your life mistreating people and think it's not going to come back to you in some way, shape, or form. So when you do things with a good heart, often what happens is people will now get too big for their britches, and then they say, well, I don't need you anymore, and that's why a contract is imperative. You got to stick to your contract. You have to. If you don't want to stay in the contract, you're going to have to buy them out. Just like if someone invested in our business partner, right? And they took over our business, they took over more than 50% of our business, they have the say-so in things, okay? If they took 20% of our business, they still have some say-so. And if we want to have all of our say-so back, we're going to have to buy them out. That's why we own our own.
You know what I mean? And this is why
we're not signing contracts unless they're right and they've been run by lawyers. Okay?
And on top of that, if it's too good to be true, that means you're in the wrong room. That means you didn't do enough work to be in the situation you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it. That's just business.
Use your intuition, right? I mean, we all have it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And you got to stand by it. You have to stand by that. So, Qiana, how long do we have till our guest comes in here? I am looking forward to it. I wish I had some of the music that I can normally play. Like when
I know.
Studio.
We will definitely have it up for our Spotify list. I was actually just hitting Baby Paul now. I think the email went to another address, but he should be pulling up shortly. But yeah, partner, these crazy contracts, you can't get out of them. You're going to have to run them through the lawyers. You're going to have to make better decisions. So to all of our aspiring artists, or artists that are, meeting with people currently, industry people, don't sign anything.
You see, Bob just got out of his too. Look at, but he had to fight for it. You know what I mean? He was out there saying I wasn't dropping music. He was pointing out one of the older.
So how did he get out? Did he have to buy out his investor?
Of course he probably did. They made so much money on him being in jail already, also of hot dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it was already. It paid for itself. The investment paid for itself. He did a few shows, and he got locked up in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
But the record's still streaming.
That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? Got locked up in the first year of your whole career as you were like popping off.
Just like Tekashi, you know what I mean? But that's that type of hip hop now, you know what I'm saying? Where that hip hop now is what's plaguing New York City and a little bit running up the gun violence and creating retaliation shootings. But
yeah, I'm almost happy that it's still kind of chilly here. You know what I mean? Because people have had to be inside. Because you know what happens in New York City when it starts getting a little hot and people don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny that that's a thing. Like if you're in New York, it's hot outside. Well, let's not go outside.
It's about to be trouble. You already know what's up.
Like, don't go anywhere you can see an ice cup.
Okay.
If you in 10 feet of anywhere by the ice cup, it's up for you. You know what I'm saying?
Get away. Go in the other direction.
Oh, you.
In the other direction of the ice cups and the Hennessy. Okay.
Yeah, sitting there.
There's finna be some problems.
Yeah. I mean, I hope this summer is good for New York City. I know COVID is still out there plaguing around, and it is still serious. Mask up if you can. You know what I mean? If you feel comfortable. If you don't, then be all right. Be safe.
Yeah, be safe out there. Make good decisions. Okay.
Yeah. And Qiana, this summer, what do you have on your agenda? Because I have tours and places that I'm hitting, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
What do you have going on this summer?
So, well, first of all, partner, I've really been planning in my head this event for us for Microsoft Garage. So we're gonna have that, and it's gonna be epic. So that's gonna be big for us, and for the message that we're trying to, not even trying to, that we are pushing across in positivity and good mental health, and just kind of having that awareness about yourself and about others, and moving forward with love and kindness, because I think these gestures are so lost in basic society, and these little interactions can sometimes change people's day. Like yesterday, I was having an exchange with a young lady, and she's pulling change out her purse. And I said, "Oh, well, if your bus is still here when I come, I'll swipe you on because I have an unlimited." And she said, "Oh, okay." And she went to give me the money. I'm like, "No, girl, like you're good." And we were just like chatting, just telling me about her foster kids and stuff. And we just had a great exchange. I swiped her on the bus, and she looked so radiant. Like when she first came over, she was just kind of like, but she looked so happy. And I know how it is when people just do things, or sometimes I just get these like random compliments. This guy just randomly said to me the other day, "You're such a good mother." He almost like whispered it to me. And I was just like, wow, it really touched me, because I've seen him on and off over months and months and months. And he's seen me with my kids and never spoken a word. And it just, that day he just did. And sometimes people just need that. Sometimes you just need that good moment because you're not feeling the best, so it's important to do that. And that event's going to be big. I'm also going to go out to San Antonio in July for my brother and his art display. Michael Olivari, you know him very well. So that's going to be dope. I've got to get back to Puerto Rico because it's calling me again.
VPR,
so maybe May or so.
VPR, if you ever can't find Qiana and she's off the grid, go find her. We'll look for the nearest beaches in Puerto Rico. You may come across a wild Qiana in her environment.
Oh yes, I mean partner, pero I swear, my phone switches my keyboard to Spanish, and like when I first came back to Puerto Rico, everything was in Spanish, all the ads and everything, and then it eventually dissipated. But like recently, it'll just switch back and forth, and every time it does, I'm like, that's Puerto Rico calling me. Come back.
Qiana, and that self-care is important, and that's what we're trying to get to. Those simple conversations and going places that actually help your spirit and soul. You can't make that up. You know what I mean? So
I'm so here for self-care. What do you do for self-care, partner? Besides your Bob Marley.
I want to say what? Honestly, I like to do activities that really make me focus my mind on it. Whereas DJing, I'll DJ by myself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just get lost in it. I'll turn off the lights and I'll just get lost in that. Have my headphones on and just really listen to what I'm doing and express my emotions through the music. If I'm sad, I'll sit there and I'll just be mixing that. I'll make it sound ill, and it's for me. And I'll just I snowboard. I do that, but it's getting a little bit hot outside now, so I got to find another activity.
And or just take it to the Poconos or something. You know what
I mean? They got
to the mountaintops.
Yeah, figure it out. But those are the few things that I like to do. It's just basically finding a corner where I could gather myself and then just conceptualize my day and then go forward and just trying to bring some positive energy, because there's no reason to be mad. Trust me.
Yeah.
Even when you're tight, it's just like, what is it going to do for you?
Yeah.
I
think we really need to talk about releasing anger. I don't think that slap heard around the world helped. You know what I mean? Because we really can't just be out here slapping and punching on people, y'all.
Let's be honest.
Life too, I'm sure, but we can't.
And then all these jokes with Jada, with Tupac, oh yeah, get him. I was like, man, all right. But Jada, you did this to yourself too, bro. You ain't making it easier for you. Will, I hear
No.
you. Jaden, I see you supporting your father. And it's like
Yeah.
anyone that speaks on the situation now, Instagram and Twitter and people are just bashing him. Fabulous spoke about his situation. He just made like a little slight joke. And people
Mm-hmm.
were tweeting at him that went viral. Hey, didn't you knock your wife's teeth out? Like, whoa. Like, this is what the
Whoa.
internet is now. I'm sitting back like, wow. And that's going viral. People now just picking on artists like, oh, you saying something? I'm going to say something funny right back to you that you did. So,
It goes
and
back and forth and back and forth.
yeah. And
Okay,
if
so
we,
partner, I'm sorry to interject. I just want to update you because I know we wrap at 12. Um, so we're gonna reschedule Dre because he's having issues. He's having some technical issues, and I know we have to use Google Chrome. So we'll just finish off today, with our positive vibes. So keep going. I don't want to interrupt. Just wanted to update our audience and you.
God, VPR, this episode has been brought to you by Love Light and Qianathegoddess and DJ FMI. And what I'm going to let you on today is, even though things are turbulent, trust me, it's worth it at the other side. Anything that you wanted in life that you really, truly wanted when you were a child, you do anything to get that thing. You keep fighting, keep pushing. Love Light, keep out.
Yeah. I feel like if someone asks you what you do for a living, and I actually just had this conversation the other day, and it felt great to say, and I was telling them I'm a professional writer, da, 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 and they said, "Do you love what you do?" I said, "Absolutely." And they were like, "Then you're blessed." I said, "Yep, most definitely I'm blessed because it feels good to do what you love and get paid." And I think we're just sometimes too focused on getting paid, getting paid, getting paid. So doing what you love comes second, third, fifth, 12th, 19th on the list of priorities. And I know because I'm definitely guilty of it. I'm a mom, single mom, been a single mom for years and years and years. So you put things off. Like I still have my creative gifts that are kind of in my pocket, just waiting like me. I want to come out. I'm like, okay, after this project, after Google Analytics, just chill. I know you guys are getting crazy in there. I know it's crowded.
Scoring amazing. I'll be seeing the scores that you're putting up, VP. I'll make sure you add
Thank you.
Qianathegoddess on Instagram, Facebook. She's amazing, and she drops
Yes.
some content.
I'm really excited. I'm a data nerd, so that's definitely my kind of thing. And what I love about it too is I'm going to be able to bring so much more value to my clients for them to make decisions that helps to drive their sales. I mean, and at the end of the day, that's what we want. We all want to make improvements. We want to connect with our audience. So yeah, I'm all about it. Whatever can help, strengthen my business. Again, investing in myself, right?
And that's
Even still, I'll never stop investing in myself. I'll never stop learning, and neither should anyone because that's what we need to do in life, teach and learn.
And welcome to VPR Radio. And with that, I will see you guys next Thursday. Hopefully, we have Dre Banks on. And check out our Spotify playlist. I will be adding new songs after this airs. So,
yes. And make sure you guys go and follow DJ FMI. He is the man. You understand? And check out Shakers every single Wednesday. He'll be there live, shaking it up, okay, in Staten Island. So, watch on his gram, watch on VPR Radio, and stay in the loop with us. We love you for watching, and we will see you next week. Stay blessed and stay toxic free and stay positive, okay? Bye, everybody.